Have you ever wondered why some people, starting with nothing, seem to attract success effortlessly, while others working twice as hard stay stuck in the same loop? Here's the truth. It's not luck, talent, or connections. It's consciousness. Today I want to share a story that reveals how one man, a poor, unknown student, used the power of his mind to design his destiny. And this story comes straight from Neville Goddard's 1951 lecture, a lesson so profound, it redefines how reality actually works. So stay till the end, because once you get this, you'll never approach manifestation the same way again. Neville begins with a story about the great scientist Robert Millikan, the Nobel Prize winner in physics. Now, Millikan wasn't born into privilege. In fact, early in his life, he had no money, no fame, and no guarantee that his future would be secure. But he did something extraordinary. He made a decision to see himself not as poor or unproven, but as a man already blessed with abundance, security, and purpose. He wrote one simple affirmation that captured the very life he desired. I have a lavish, steady, dependable income, consistent with integrity and mutual benefit. Not I will have, not I hope to have, but I have. Neville explains that this was the key. Millikan didn't wait for the world to change before believing. He believed first, and reality bent to match his state of consciousness. He lived from his goal, not toward it. Every time he repeated that affirmation, he was training his mind to dwell in the end, to feel that it was already done. And because he persisted, that inner assumption hardened into fact. You see, this is the ultimate psychological law of creation. The future dream must become a present fact in the mind of him who seeks to realize it. When you imagine yourself as already being what you want to be, the universe, which is just a mirror of your state, begins to rearrange itself accordingly. Most people live trapped in the I will mindset. I will be successful. I will find love. I will start my business one day. But every I will pushes that reality further away because it implies you don't have it yet. Neville teaches us the reverse. To move from I will to I am, you must speak to yourself as if the miracle has already happened. You must feel it in your imagination first. The joy, the relief, the gratitude. Because imagination, when felt as real, is the seed from which the outer world grows. Neville says the Bible's command, arise, means rise in consciousness. Every problem you face exists on one level of awareness, and the solution always exists on a higher one. You don't fight the old reality. You elevate your inner state until the outer reality must echo your new vibration. He writes, he who rises from prayer, a better man. His prayer has been granted. So prayer isn't begging for change. Prayer is becoming the version of you who lives that change naturally. When your consciousness rises, your world automatically reshapes itself in harmony with your new level. Now here's something profound. Neville redefines one of the most misunderstood biblical lines. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Most people think meekness means weakness or submission. But Neville says a meek person is self-disciplined. A man or woman who has mastered the art of controlling their moods, their thoughts, their imaginal focus. The meek aren't those who let life push them around. They're the ones who have tamed their mind. He says, a meek man is so disciplined, he sees only the finest and thinks only the best. That's inner power. The meek inherit the earth because their mind no longer reacts, it creates. Neville calls feeling the ferment without which no creation is possible. Every high mood opens the door to a higher reality. Your mood is the magnetic field that attracts circumstances to match it. So if you want to change your world, don't chase events, change your mood. Live deliberately in a state of gratitude, confidence, and peace. Feel as if your desire is already fulfilled, not out of delusion, but out of inner conviction. That state is the seed of a new future. So here's how you apply the Millikan method starting today. Write your statement in the first person, present tense. Example, I have a thriving business that impacts millions with integrity and purpose. Include an element of mutual benefit. Make your dream one that uplifts others as it uplifts you. Repeat it often with feeling, not mechanically, but with the emotional charge of someone who already lives it. Guard your mood. The moment doubt creeps in, rise above it. Shift your attention back to the feeling of being the person who already has. Observe your outer world as feedback. What you see is your consciousness made visible. When the results begin to shift, you'll know the inner work is working. Neville calls this a spiritual revival, not through religion or ritual, but through a transformation of self-concept. The world around us will only be as wise as the people within it. Our collective future begins in the imagination of individuals bold enough to believe in something higher. He says, we must affirm that we are already that which we hope to be, and live as though we were. And though this may seem false at first, if you persist, your assumption will solidify into fact. So ask yourself right now, if my life is a mirror of my consciousness, What new assumption am I willing to live from today? You don't need to wait for proof. You create the proof by believing first. Because the truth is, you are already everything you seek. You only need to accept it boldly, live it internally, and the world will follow your lead. If this message resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to rise in consciousness today. And remember, keep your mood high, your imagination pure, and your belief unshakable. This is the game of beliefs, and you are the player, the dreamer, and the creator of your reality. I will meet you with another video. Happy manifesting.